In case if you didn't know, Nexttut is running a discount for 40% off on every single one of the courses for the new year. You can grab the code from the caption or from the screen and use it to buy any of the courses you want. Hello everybody, this is Ali, and today I'm going to show you some of the hidden features of this smooth brush. I'm sure you're using it every day in your work, just holding down shift, and we can actually do some modification on the brush to make it work better for us based on the situation. So what I have here on my screen is something like a kind of folded mesh. You can consider it as maybe a kind of meat, rotten meat or something. And what I do is I want to just soften the forms a little bit. So what I can do by default is hold down shift using the smooth and just go on top of it and just do the smoothing by default. So this is what we do usually in our daily work. So I did the smoothing, but I don't want the mesh to be this way. Now it's more like plastic, and we can't think this is something like a meat. So what I'm gonna do is to just do the Control Z, and I want to do a little bit of modification to the brush. So I go to the brush menu and I hold down shift because I want the modification to be applied on the smooth brush, not on the actual standard brush. So I hold down shift. Once the switch happens, I come towards this modifiers, and there is a slider, brush modifier. We can set it from -100 to +100, and by default its value is 0. So brush modifier do different things on different brushes. So on a smooth brush, what it does is actually telling the brush which areas you want to do the smoothing to be applied. Is it the peaks or is it the valleys? So if I turn this down to like -100, I'm telling, let's actually see what happens if I do this smooth now. So I hold on shift and I go on top of my mesh. So you can see it actually is smoothing the peaks, but it's keeping the valleys. I mean, the areas you might find the ambient occlusion, you can see those areas didn't get any effect. Even if I try to do multiple times, still I don't get any of that effect. So even though I did the smoothing, I could keep some of the details that I added before. Now I'm going to do the Control Z and do the exact opposite to see what it does for me. So again, going to the brush, holding down shift and switch it back to +100. Now, if I smooth it again, you can see the areas that I have, the valleys, they are getting smoothed and the peaks are not getting affected. So if I go all the way around the mesh, I'm using my mouse actually right now, so the intensity is actually like 100 without any pen pressure applied on top of that. So right now, we can see the edges are smooth now, and we have a good transition from the flat areas. But on the peaks, like on the surface of the mesh that we had, now we still keep some of the details. So in case if you're working on an organic mesh, this is actually a smart way to use the smooth brush to avoid losing all your details. Maybe you want to smooth some of these areas in between, and you don't want to lose all your details on top of the mesh. So this is going to be a good way to keep them all. And that's what I wanted to mention in this video. If you enjoyed this video, I recommend you to take a look at the full courses on nexttut.com. You can grab them for 40% off during the New Year's sale. Happy New Year, everybody, and use my code in the captions. Thank you for watching.